Hello there, my salt-minded friends. Today we're going to take another look at the reef. It has been totally rescaped, and I am pretty much running a cowler right now. Corals only with live rock. A couple additions to the tank of some corals, and I got a mysterious little disease that came in about a week and a half later, wiped out half the tank's inhabitants, who are now just finished a 2-week regimen of copper in a 55-gallon hospital tank. So pretty bummed out. I did dip the corals, but I did not put them in their own little quarantine for 2 weeks to make sure there wasn't anything on there. You dip, you shake, you blow, and that does not guarantee, if they're coming out of a system that may have some problems, that you're not going to have problems. So here's the tank now. The anemone, after the move, has chosen the back corner over by the overflow box. I can't get a pretty good picture into his mouth from there, and he seems to be staying hunkered down. At first he was almost hitting the gyre up on top when he really stretches out. I've been trying to make sure I keep him fed while there's no clownfish in there taking care of business for him. The big xenia mover, I'm just popped it right there for now. Frog spawns looking pretty good. Gorgonians, I've glued them 3 times, and the snails are just beating the living heck out of them. So we're going to get some, I got some coral crete. I'm going to make a little base and wrap the ends of them. Once that solidifies, I'll glue that base into the rock after I made like an impression to get as good of a hold as possible. They are going to go up on that back wall there, just behind this ridge by the overflow. The big GSP rock floating around. Underneath there is a nice little rock that's going to create kind of a centerpiece in a little cove that's going to be a Zoa Island. Looking forward to having that, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that GSP rock. Probably go into the sump for a little while. We'll see what happens from there. Here's some of the new Zoas waiting for me to get rid of that rock and pop it over. And that's going to make up the Zoa Island to start with. The Acropora, it's got one bleached side to it. When I did the rescape, I was worried more about the fish upstairs. It kind of sat in the sand face down. The other part's coming back, and it is looking like it's bouncing back fairly well. The torch is fine down in the corner. We did take off the Kenya tree, give him less room to spread out, but he's doing alright and back to color. I've got one toadstool leather that I hit with a rock. So it's got that one little dead spot, the rest of it's popping back. And then it's just, what am I going to do with the GSP over here? Before the fish come back from upstairs after a little fallow period, we'll be chopping some of that rock apart, getting rid of some of that GSP, covering up and killing it. It's just a beautiful wave in the tank. There's a place for it, but it has to be controlled in my opinion, so we're going to start getting a handle on that. All in all, kind of like the new skate. I got plenty of little nooks and crannies all the way through down here for the fish when they come back. I think it's going to do well. One other thing for GHA, that's about all I got left in the tank anywhere. Funny how not having any fish in there and doing very sparse feedings helps get your nutrients under control. That's about it for this update. It's not a super happy one. There's the Cameron wrasse still swimming around. He's adopted the anemone for some reason. He's going to come out and do a little tank transfer method to make sure he's not carrying anything that's still in the tank. And I've also got some tests coming from Aquabiomics that will look for the fish pathogens, and we'll nail down whether it was just plain old ick, but with the speed it killed the copper band. I'm thinking it's a velvet, but I would like to know for sure. So we'll see what that brings us. Until then, stay salty, keep on going. Setbacks are all a part of it. Hopefully this will be back to normal sooner rather than later. Enjoy the day.